Let's start with a tall tail. They say, even from space you can tell an ultra farmer. Yeah, right. But here's another tall tale that's the complete truth. A quiet revolution is underway, one that's changing forever the way New Zealand farmers think about their grazing management systems. Introducing Cropmark Ultra Enhanced Perennial Ryegrass.
Hi, I'm Nick Cameron. I'm a plant breeder with Cropmark Seeds. I'm here today to introduce a new enhanced ryegrass product called Ultra Enhanced Ryegrass. This is a new interspecies release, which is a cross between meadow fescue and rye. We've used intensive selection pressure for late winter, early spring yield, but at the same time we've also selected for late heading. And this has been done to improve late spring quality. We've tested Ultra in a range of sites in replicated field trials. We've also tested it under the Cropmark Seeds plus 50% grazing management system, and it has performed very well under this grazing system.
Recently, Cropmark Seeds Ltd has conducted a simulated grazing management trial in Canterbury to evaluate the yields and performance of ryegrass under two differing management systems: lax rotational grazing systems and intensive rotational grazing systems, using ultra-enhanced perennial ryegrass. Pre-graze pasture on offer at each grazing was 3,200 kilograms dry matter per hectare for the lax grazing system and 2,500 kilograms DM per hectare for the intensive grazing system. Post-graze residuals were 1,300 kilograms DM per hectare. Pasture yields were measured at each grazing and feed samples were taken for in-depth quality analysis. The results were startling. Pasture dry matter yields per hectare were up by over 47% under the intensive rotational grazing system, the equivalent of an extra 4 tonnes per hectare per year. Pasture quality showed an increase of 54% more metabolisable energy per hectare. Metabolisable energy is the #1 driver of livestock performance on New Zealand pastures, and such a gain can be invaluable. But that's not the end of the story by a long shot. The overall list of Ultra's benefits is impressive. Ultra's high late winter, early spring growth rates produces feed when it's needed most, helping to overcome feed pinches and meeting peak livestock feed demands at this critical time. Ultra provides consistently high yields across seasons, years and regions throughout New Zealand. See the trial data from your region on our website. Ultra is an interspecies cross between perennial ryegrass and meadow fescue, using the latest genetics to bring together the best traits of its parentage, so higher yields with higher pasture quality. Ultra exhibits fast establishment and fast recovery from grazing. Ultra's high metabolisable energy content can markedly enhance livestock performance. Ultra is later heading, plus 20 days, thereby maintaining high pasture quality for longer into spring. Ultra's high relative freedom from diseases due to its greater clean green leaf area improves palatability and ability to grow. Ultra won't cause grass staggers or heat stress, thereby greatly increasing animal health. And best of all, each and every one of these advantages are within your grasp simply by using Ultra Enhanced Perennial Ryegrass, along with our plus 50% grazing management system. Cropmark's intensive rotational grazing system is simple to understand and even easier to put into practice. All details are fully outlined on the Cropmark website, which includes a comprehensive overview of everything you need to know about Ultra Enhanced Perennial Ryegrass. It might well be the smartest thing you do for your bottom line in a long time. But don't just take our word for it. To close this presentation, we'd like to introduce you to a few farmers who have used Ultra on their own farms and who will share their experiences with you in their own words.
We have about 6 hectares of Ultra planted. And I'm really amazed of the way it's performed. It goes really well in late summer when perhaps we can get dry here, and it just gives us that extra few days of growth. Once we get rain, it just bounces back so much quicker than anything else here, and to us that's very important.
In March 2009 we sowed an area in Ultra and we're very impressed with it, and we also sowed 4 other sort of leading ryegrasses at the same time. Yeah, the Ultra certainly stood out for spring growth, especially about the second rotation when we were very tight for feed.
Cows love it. Palatability is really good. We've used other varieties of grass in the past, trying to get better sort of performance in the drier period, and but with too many palatability issues. So the cows just absolutely love it.
The cows, when they come in here, they really graze it. They graze it right down, and the palatability of it is exceptional. And to us, that's a big bonus. They're after every bit of grass they can get out of here, and we find that the production can be up on those days that they after they've gone through. But just the cows are so more contented.
Last spring I noticed that if we had half the farm in Ultra, I could have stopped feeding that silage about 3 weeks earlier. It was actually growing at cow's requirement, and nothing else on the farm was.
You know, profit-wise, it's important to get away and get the cows peaking early.
I guess you'd probably be spending $800 a day for, say, 3 weeks. 20 days, was that $16,000? A big saving, yeah.
We do get affected by black beetle and a wee bit of grass grub. And it doesn't seem to affect us at all. It seems to get its way through, and that's another bonus.
And during October, when the cows were grazing the Ultra paddock, it was 200 kgs dry matter ahead of any of the other ryegrasses on this place.
Ultra is going to give us that advantage. Certainly, first indications, we haven't got any under irrigation. This is all dry land, so we're pretty impressed at this point.
Over the years we've planted a whole lot of different varieties of grasses, and this is just so far ahead of anything we've planted. It's amazing. I'm really pleased with what we've got here.
The cows just won't look back.